G'day guys, today I'm going to be flicking around some lures below the Elmore Weir here. Now my theory is that it's 31 degrees, the water temperature should be ample for Yellowbelly to be coming upstream and looking for a mate to start spawning. And they can't go much further than the big wall over there behind me. So hopefully there's a few around. Yum crawbugs. Now they certainly do look yum. They look quite similar to a yabby, not only in looks but in colour. Underneath they're a bit lighter just to get that bit more attention. They've got some specks through there, and I thought this just looks like a beautiful plastic to get some Yellowbelly on. So I'm going to start throwing one. I'm going to start by throwing one of these around today and see how I go. The water looks absolutely gorgeous here today. I've got a good feeling. I think I'm going to get one or two Yellowbelly today. I had a follow then. I just saw something in the water right near my feet. Chasing that in. It's a big tail fin. Whoa, that's exciting. I've only been here a couple of minutes. Oh, I had a hit. I had a hit. Bugger. It's alright, because he didn't get the hook, he might come back. I knew this plastic looked good for yellows. Just trying to cast it in that swirly water between the current and the back current, because that's where natural food's going to get caught up. That's where the fish are going to be looking, and that's where I'm going to have my bait presenting to a hopefully hungry Yellowbelly. Oh, that was a hit. I think maybe I'm using too small of a jighead here. I'm definitely getting hits on this thing and not hooking up. But unfortunately, it is the biggest jighead I have. Oh, come on. The yellows are here. They're hitting the lure, they're just not hooking up. As good as this thing is, I might have to wait till I get some bigger jigheads with bigger hooks on them. I'll give it a few more casts, but I reckon if I get another hit that doesn't hook up, I'm going to switch to a spinnerbait. Alright, I reckon I've had enough follows and strikes on this without hookups to warrant changing lures. The fish are there, they're hungry, but they're just not hooking up. So I'm going to change over to an old mate spinnerbait and throw that around. And with the amount of strikes I've had, I'm fairly confident I'll be able to hook a Yellowbelly here today. Alright, so I'm back at the point where I was fishing before. Heavier rod, heavier line, heavier lure. And I'm so confident that I'm going to hook a Yellowbelly, and I do want to take one home today. But I've also grabbed my big black bucket out of the car. So let's start throwing this old mate spinnerbait around and hook a Yellowbelly. I'm going to get one. Yes, I knew it. Wow, he's a pretty bugger. He is gorgeous. Not sure if he's 30 centimeters, but geez, look at the colors on him. He is bloody beautiful. He has smashed that spinnerbait out of shape. I reckon he is 30 now that I'm looking closer at him. But look at the colours on him. He is gorgeous. What a beautiful yellowbelly. Wow. I'll get some water in the bucket, get him in so I can unhook him safely, and then I'll chuck him on the measuring mat. And if he's big enough to keep, he's coming home for dinner. Alright, I've brought him up here in my bucket to the nearest bit of shade so he can stay nice and cool in this fresh water. Come on mate, come here. I'm going to get a measurement, but I dare say, oh, let's have another look at him. Beautiful. He's, oh, I'm scared to even guess, 36? Let's say 36. Well, aren't I being generous today? 40 and a half. Definitely big enough to take home. Back he goes into the water, and I'm going to put a lid on that. He's in the shade, he's going to stay nice and cool, and I'll set to work about straightening up this spinnerbait that he absolutely smashed out of shape. There we are, that's looking a bit healthier. I'm going to throw it back out. So that's the old mate spinnerbait. Bought that from Trellies in Bendigo. I knew there was yellows here. I knew it. I knew they were hits I was getting on that little yabby soft plastic. I'm going to stick with the spinnerbait now, because I had about 6 strikes with no hookups on the yabby, and now I've had 1 strike with 1 hookup on the old mate spinnerbait. So I'll be sticking with this today. I know there's more in here, there's got to be. I can't even remember where I cast when I caught that, but I'm pretty sure he took it down here. Yellowbelly have a tendency of following your lure right into the edge, and then just as you're about to lift it out of the water, they strike. I don't know whether they can't stand the sight of their food escaping, or they're realizing it's their last chance to grab this or it'll be gone forever. But so many of the yellows that I catch are at my feet. It's incredible. Oh. I just got another touch, guys. There's only a little tiny touch, but he's there. Right at the edge of that shadow he hit it. Carp just jumped off in the distance there on the other side. They often jump over there, and I've walked along. It's not that deep, probably only a couple of feet. Nice sandy bottom. They love jumping around over there. The problem is, when you're fishing from over that side, you can't really cast a bait over there because there's so much current going through. It just takes you into the snags every time. If I crossed and fished from that bank, I'd probably catch a load of carp over there on that side. Well, that's it. I fished for about another hour. I had a couple of follows, but they seemed reluctant to commit to the lure. I wasn't keen to change though after catching that first one. But yeah, kept my fingers crossed one was going to grab it, but one never did. I've still got a yellowbelly for dinner tonight, and that makes me happy. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below, and I'll catch you in the next one.